Hello everybody, Pear here, and today we are going to talk about Bloodborne and the meaning of Yharnam, or Yharnam as it may be pronounced. Now, the definitions of the lands, the meaning of those lands, like Lordran, Boletaria, Boletaria, those are actually, FromSoft has a very strong history of actually weaving meanings into the names of the lands that they have us explore. And we will get to those in a minute, but Yharnam is actually a compound word from Gaelic or Scots. That's the Scottish native language, meaning yarn, for example, meaning to long for or to yearn, right? That's actually where we get the word, is yearn, is yarn. So somebody really wants something, right? And then am is a season or an era. So we can literally translate Yharnam to be the era of yearning. Okay. Now another point that I wanted to bring up is in Hindu, or Hindi rather, Yharnam, H-A-R-N-A-M, Yharnam, is actually somebody who searches or longs to understand the name of God, right? Yahweh, a studier of that name, okay? Somebody who contemplates on the name of God, who contemplates on the mysteries and the qualities of God. Those are all encompassed within the name Yharnam. Now, some of you might say, well, how do we know that we can really draw conclusions from this? Maybe it's just, it's just random happenstance. Maybe it's something that doesn't really mean anything. Yharnam was just something that they stumbled across, and it sounded cool, so that's what they named the land, right? That does not align at all with the history of Souls games. I wanted to delve into the meaning, for example, of the word Drangleic, Lordran, and Boletaria for you. Drangleic is German, right? Drung is urge or stress or drive. You may have heard of Sturm und Drang before. That's a movement that was all about strong emotions, right? And then laic is actually body, from what I understand. And I couldn't quite get a straight answer on this. Obviously, I'm not a native. That's not obvious, but I'm not a native German speaker. Somebody in the comments section, I'm sure, can elaborate for me and help me out. But laic, from what I understand, is body, like somebody's body. And then in addition to that, gleich or glaic, the last part of Drangleic with an H at the end, actually means equal or same. Okay, so Drangleic means everybody has the same drive, the same urge. And you kind of get that with the NPCs, right? All of the NPCs in Drangleic tend to all, want the same thing, or they're all brought here by who knows what. Nobody can really kind of remember. So everybody has this similar origin story. You just wind up there in Drangleic and you're not sure why. So everybody's equal, everybody's the same in that sense. And then we can move on to Lordran. Now, Lord is fairly obvious, right? Lord is a ruler over some land. Ran, or Ran, from what I understand, is an uprising or a revolt in Japanese. So you could say that it's kind of an uprising against the lords, or a revolt against the lords in Lordran. And obviously we kind of see that because they're all gone. And finally there's Boletaria or Boletaria. Boletaria is actually, this is just a word that they ripped straight from Latin, and I was kind of surprised whenever I was doing my research. But Boletaria is actually a vessel for cooking and eating. Gross. And that's literally, one of the first things that we kind of see in Boletaria whenever we go through the tutorial level, is this vat of what appears to be blood that is boiling, and you can kind of assume that the demon eats it. So, gross. Also, bolet, I'm probably not pronouncing that right. Bolet in Czech means hurt or ache. I just wanted to throw that in there as a bonus. So there you have it. That is the meaning of Yharnam. It is the era or the season for which we yearn, or the yearning season. So there you go. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Please subscribe to me. You can always follow me on Twitter at dis_pair. That's DIS_PEAR. Or you can always follow at Bloodborne Game. I hear the guys over there in charge of that are on top of their Bloodborne news. So stay tuned. Thanks.